Hello and welcome everybody, this is Allura SC coming at you with another Fortnite tutorial YouTube video. How about that, guys? This isn't another Twitch highlight clip but an actual YouTube tutorial video. This one has been hotly requested by a lot of you. A step-by-step how to build for Frostnite. Alright, this is a build that has come together over many iterations, research, as well as many minds coming together. So I cannot claim this build as my own, but I would call it a community build. Alright, shoutouts going to people like Tytastic, Killerboy Pablo, the team that I run with, Shura, J Brooks, Road, aka Floor Launcher, and many other amazing builders as well. Out there who utilize this particular build. So original idea wise, floor launches, people like I think B Max is using it, Zorro Gamer, and a lot of other people have started to pick up on these builds, and over time I think it has started to form a little bit of a Frostnite meta build. Alright, so today I'm not going to be focusing too much on the floor launches per se, but I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on the funneling. Alright, a step-by-step funneling for each side of the map, and how I personally like to do it. Alright, so before we begin, guys, I'd like to do a quick shout out to FortniteDB.com, aka the owner of the website. FortniteDB is called Kavvson. And he has basically put together a map, a recreation of the Frostnite map in the creative mode, of which I'm going to be utilizing today. So big shout out to Kavvson from FortniteDB for putting this together. Make sure to check him out, check out his website as well, lots of useful information there. But you guys can also make use of this creator code, island code as well, if you guys would like to learn how to build or try out your builds in this particular map. Alright guys, so with that being said, I'm going to be loading right in. Let's get right into it, guys. Loading right in. We're loading right in, and as we can see, as we load up right here, this is basically a recreation of the Frostnite map. Yeah? Cars, hills, everything, the barns over there as well. And this is where the furnace is. Alright, so from the get-go, let's go ahead and very quickly grab some of these traps right here. These will be used as representations for when we are going to be trapping up within the base itself. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab a couple of these right there. Alright, so I'm gonna do this nice and systematically. So very quickly, we can start on the northern side of the map. I like to call this the hard north. Some people like to call this the military base. Alright, I call it the bunker, but either way, however we want to call it, it's kind of up to you. So we're going to start with the hard north right there, that bunker. Alright, this area down here is actually a 2-tile gradient stairs. A 2-tile gradient set of steps that head up towards the base right there. Alright, so as we begin right here, alright, let's go ahead and get started. So what I like to do is to go ahead and do a hard block on this side over here. This basically prevents husks coming in from this side over here, alright, and channel them towards this other side towards the northeast. Alright, so just quickly gonna put that there, alright, and gonna continue doing the build right now. So the main idea right now here is that we are going to be walling off. We're going to be walling off this side here. Alright, this one over here, can go ahead and put a slanted piece right there. You can go ahead and do some additional blocking over here. Kind of how you want to do it really, but just basically block it off so that you have husks coming through on this side over here. Now, all of this over here is going to be walled up, floored up, and stuff like that. Alright. And on this side down here, you can go ahead and do your spawn trapping as well. I'm not going to showcase a spawn trapping. Spawn trapping is basically up to you guys. If you have additional resources, feel free to do so. If not, it is also fine. I'm just going to be showcasing to you guys the main build. Now, on this side, this is the place where the husks are going to be entering from. They're going to be spawning from here, 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 and up there. Alright, so we want basically all of them to coming through here. Now, on this side, okay, we are going to be using wall launchers. Alright, this is going to be what we're going to denote as wall launchers. These are pads right there. Right, these are going to be using wall launchers. Alright, and over here as well, we're going to put a wall launcher. And up here, alright, we're simply going to use gas traps. Now, for the gas traps, I'm going to maybe use, let's take a look and see, did I have any spike traps? There we go. Alright, so we're going to use these to denote gas traps, alright? Anything that's up on the ceilings are mostly just going to be gas traps anyway. Alright, now, for me to be denoting the slowing floor spikes, I'm going to be using wooden floors as well. So this is going to be wooden floor spikes. You basically want all the husks that come through on this side here to get slowed. Alright? And on these ones over here, you can technically put whatever you want really. You can put, let's say, let's just have these wooden, not wooden, sorry, these brick floors as flame grills, or you can also use them as floor launchers as well. These also work. Alright. Floor launchers serve the purpose of breaking the impact guard of the husks, alright, so that you actually deal a lot of impact damage so that when they go towards the base, you know, they're going to be much more likely to get tossed around. You can also put flame grill traps as well, your preference, because flame grill traps deal a lot of damage as well and kill off a big bunch of husks. Alright, so yeah, right there. Floor launcher there, or flame grills. Kind of up to you. Alright, now over here we have the 2 steps, alright, the gradient stairs, so you're going to be heading up towards here. Alright, and over here this is kind of what I like to do. Alright, same layout. Alright, we start off with slowing floor spikes. Okay, and over here we have the flame grills and or the floor launchers. Alright, so there we go. Right now we're going to be placing some of these wall launchers right there. Alright, gas. All these is just going to be gas traps. Alright, gas. Now over here, okay, you can actually use wall darts. I am going to be using, well, if you see these darts, these spikes on a vertical wall as such, think of these as wall darts instead. Yeah, if they're up top down here, these are basically gas traps. So wall darts over here is nice because you have that 3 tile radius. It just shoots right across, you know, it shoots at everything that goes by. It's kind of nice to have. Alright, and over here we're going to be using the wall pusher as usual. There we go. Alright, so the idea is that the husks are just all going to be walking very nicely towards this side down here. They're going to be getting hit by the slow spikes. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and put a slowing floor spikes as well, because sometimes they might actually walk towards this side and come up here as well and kind of not get hit by this tile over here. So you can go double floor spikes. You can kind of go a floor launcher here as well. Kind of up to you if you want that safety. Really doesn't matter. Alright, so yeah. As they are coming in, you want to make sure that these 2 particular tiles right here, you want to upgrade them. You want to make sure that they are metal. Alright, you want to make sure that they are metal and that they are fully upgraded. Alright, you don't want them to be punching through here. Alright, so let's just go ahead and replace that real quick. So yeah, you want to make sure that these are both tier 3 metal. Alright, and reinforce it as much as you can. Alright, so over here, alright, as we can already know, alright, this entire area here is just all going to be the floor pushers. All these is basically all going to be floor pushers. So let's just go ahead and use these to denote the floor pushers right there. Okay. Alright. Now, as the husks are coming through here, alright, what we can also do is that we are going to be placing some lovely, what are these? Why are they sending me around? Hit point thing. Okay, great. So, what we're basically going to be doing here is this, alright, we're going to be having more wall pushes over here. Alright, the idea is that you want to have a big bunch of rotational, what do you call that? bounce pads around, to be sending the Hus constantly bouncing around, and to have the impact guard broken so that they keep getting launched around. Alright, so over here on this side, okay, I personally like to go ahead and reinforce this wall over here. Right, you just don't want the smashes, you know, to be punching through that wall over there. Alright, so just go ahead and seal that up. All these is just all 5 times floor launchers, sending them into the sky. Alright, so this is kind of the general build right here. You can go ahead and do additional things like this as well. Putting a gas trap up there. Sorry, what's the gas trap? Gas trap up there. You can also go ahead and do things like wall dynamos on this particular one as well. Or you can put wall darts as well, kind of up to you. Wall darts is also nice as well. Alright, your choice over there, what you want to do. Alright, so the idea is that all the Hus down here, having all of this space down here basically prevents the Hus from trying to blow themselves up or Smashers getting angry and getting stuck. Alright, so this is basically the Hard North build done. Right, Hard North military base, whatever you want to call it, this is basically done now. Alright, so moving on, we're going to be working our way on the northwest side. This is basically a pit, alright, which contains a whole lot of what do you call that, resources. Yeah, you can find your quartz, you can find the sunbeam, your bright core inside down here. You know, if you need a little bit of top up, you can come down here to harvest. But more importantly, for this particular video, we're going to be showcasing how we can actually use this pit to our advantage. Alright, so as I was mentioning earlier as well, alright, the reason why we blocked off this particular area right here is because you want to funnel as many Hus as possible that are spawning in from this side here, alright, and this side here to go through this funnel over here. Alright, now as much as we would like to go ahead and utilize this spot as well to send them into the pit here, this wall down here does not usually survive because of the storm. They keep spawning in and they break all the pieces over here. So this is usually what you get away with, one tile over here. Alright, so we're going to be placing a wall launcher over here. This sends them right into the pit. On this side down here, you can go ahead and do your gas traps, your gas trap stuff right here. Yeah, just go and gas trap all this stuff. Alright, so on this side as well, okay, I like to go ahead and do my slowing floor spikes. Alright, on this side as well, we have Hus coming in from this side, this northwest spawn. They come from this side, and this side as well. Alright, so very quickly we can go ahead and see that we can also utilize a wall pusher right here to send them into the pit here. Alright, so with that, we are just going to place a wall pusher right there, sending them right into the pit. Okay, and on this side down here, this is simply just going to be hard wall off. We're just going to wall off this entire side down here. Alright, so this basically encourages all the Hus coming from this side, everywhere to come through this way over here. Now, you can also place a gas trap over here. This does not create what I like to call a land bridge, connection that walks onto your ceiling. You just go ahead and seal it up like such and you are nice and done. Alright, so we go ahead and see right here, we can go ahead and place all of our wall pushers here, wall pusher over here. Alright, so on this side here, we can go ahead and put our slowing floor spikes, and over here I like to put either a floor launcher or flame grill. I think I like the floor launcher here. Usually I do that. Alright, so all these down here, you'll be asking me, Allura, why do you put these slowing floor spikes here? Sometimes this tile can be broken, and that is a little bit unfortunate. So generally speaking, we want to make sure that we always start off our trap funnels, you know, with some slowing floor spikes to get the Hus nice and slow. Alright, and with that, we also like to alternate our floor spikes because floor spikes last for 2 tiles. So when they get hit by this floor spike over here, the slow effect is going to continue across this tile, and as they approach this tile over here, it'll start to wear off, and that is why we like to alternate these floor tiles to make sure that we get maximum uptime and value from our floor spikes. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and put all the gas traps up here. Alright, it's going to gas this all up. Alright, slowing floor spikes, slowing floor spikes, slowing floor spikes, all done. Okay, so after this, okay, we basically need to think, right? The Hus are basically going to be trying to go towards the furnace. The furnace is right there. Alright, so over here, what we can do is to start to formulate our 2x1 funnels very easily. Alright, so right here we can go ahead and see. Okay, this is going to be a wall pusher. Alright, wall pusher over here. Where's my wall pusher? There we go. Alright, wall pusher over here. Alright. And over here we have what I wanted to call a timeout funnel. What is a timeout funnel? Basically, a wall pusher is going to be sending them in there. Alright, and it shoots for 3 tiles and it goes into this little room. Alright, I do believe David Dean has also made use of these timeout funnel-like stuff. But the way that we're going to be using these are now going to be in a crisscross kind of function. Alright, we're going to see very shortly how all these funnels work well together with each other. Alright, so over here what I like to do is to put wall dynamos. Alright, if you see a wall like this, you know, I'm just going to denote it as a wall dynamo. Alright, this one over here is going to be a wall dot. Alright, a wall dot right here. Alright, and you can also place wall dynamos over here. Okay, seems like I've run out, I cannot edit this one over here. So wall dynamo, and wall dots, okay? Basically, if you have a timeout room, you can think of it as that particular configuration. Dynamo, dynamo, and wall dots. Alright, this is my personal preference for these right now. Alright, gas trap over there. Alright, and you can put a flame grill trap over here for some maximum damage. Alright, so with that, we can start heading outwards as well. I'm going to very quickly get my bearings also because I want to make sure that we have sufficient sufficient floor launchers leading out towards these areas. Alright, so this is floor launcher. Let me get rid of all this stuff over here. Okay. Floor launcher. Okay. So on this side here, I think we can actually go a little bit further. I think over here is also great. Yeah, let's count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I think that's fine. It's fine. You can go ahead and place the wall stuff here as well. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Now, if we follow our typical configuration now, as you guys can see right here, all these funnels are going to connect very nicely to each other. Okay, we're going to have a gas trap right here, right? And a wall pusher over here. Okay, this one over here, one slowing floor spikes, alright? And this one over here, we can basically seal off. We can basically just seal this off right here, alright? Reason being, alright, we only want to count 3 tiles for a wall pusher, so a wall pusher is going to be here. We don't get to put a wall pusher over here because if we do so like such, there's going to be a lot of pathing issues with the Hus. They're not going to be able to walk very nicely to where they want to go, and we don't want that to get mad, right? We don't want angry Hus on us, alright? So this side over here, same thing. We're going to go with our wall dynamos, our wall dots over here, alright? All dots right there, and then gas trap right there. Alright, gas trap right there. Okay, so let's take a look and see over here. We can go and seal this off. Gas trap over there. Alright, cool. So, in a nutshell, okay, what this spawn is basically doing is that as they're coming in through here, they're getting gassed up, getting pushed into the pit right here, getting pushed to the side here. As they're walking in down here, they get pushed out into the pit as well, getting hit by all these gas traps, getting hit by the slowing traps, and as they go through here, this wall launcher sends them out. Alright, and as they walk through here, this wall launcher sends them into this timeout room where they get blasted by gas, dynamos, darts, as well as flame grills. Alright, if they do make it through here as well, this trap sends them to this corner, which is another timeout room, flame grill trap, gas traps, dynamos, darts. All these are just going to be going off all the time. The darts are just going to be constantly firing, getting lots and lots of value. Alright, over here we can also have a wall dart. Alternatively, we can also use this as a wall light as well if you wish to stun them. Now, if you just want some additional damage, you can go ahead and use a wall dart. Kind of up to you how you want to do it, but this 3 tile value over here is pretty nice. Okay, now on this side also as well, Okay, you can go ahead and put the wall dot on that if you would like to. You can put wall light as well. Basically, this is the point where we have our floor launches going already. Alright, this is basically the point where we have our wall launches going already. So just to demarcate where our floor launches are going to be, we're just going to also use these walls upwards to also denote that this is an area that we're going to be utilizing to be using our floor launchers as well. These also serve the additional purpose of not having any slants, so that when the husks do get shot up rather, alright, they'll actually be shot up nicely, straight up, and not be bumped onto our stairs and land on the second floor as well. Very crucial when you're working on building those, what do you call that, lobber shields. Alright, so once again guys, as the husks are coming through here now, alright, we can go ahead and put our wall pushers right there, and as a final touch, we can go ahead and place, alright, once again, another wall pusher. Now, we can place a wall pusher here, alright, and this will basically send them towards this side over here. But what I have basically determined or found out is that we get much more value by putting the wall pusher here instead. Why? Now, this particular spawn is having less uptime on the husks, on the traps, and as such, the path of least resistance for these husks, okay, is going to be from here, through here, through here, through here, towards the burner. Alright, and that is also the reason why I like to put another wall launcher on this side, so that we send them 3 tiles. 1, 2, and 3, and it sends it right into this wall launcher here, which then sends them right into this funnel over here. As you can see, these 2 wall launchers are crucial in making use of our funnel on this side as well. And this is what I mean by interconnecting, crisscrossing funnels. We get maximum value and uptime from all of these funnels by pushing all of these husks right into the other funnels as well, so that they all work together nicely. Alright, and over here we just like to go ahead and seal this all off. We want to make sure that we just layer these nice and well. Let's close them all up, alright, so that we don't get any shenanigans from the husks. Alright, and this is basically just going to be your second story right there. Alright, nice, clean, tight. Alright, so this is kind of the north and the northwest funnels done. Right, over here we can go ahead and put a wall light. You can also put a wall dot. You know, this is really kind of up to you. How you want to do it. Alright, wall dots are also nice. Okay, and over here as well. Alright, just tons and tons of value, just shooting and just hitting everything. Feeling really good. Alright, so with that, alright, let's go ahead and start working on the east side. I believe this is the east side, right? East side. Yes, this is the east side. Okay, let's go ahead and start working on this now. Over here is a 2-tile gradient stair once again. Alright, you guys might realize that this is going to be the little 2x1 funnel right here. Fairly standard stuff over here. You can spawn trap on this side as well if you like to, heading outwards. Okay, and over here we're just going to put a little wall off. Alright, down here we can just go ahead and put your gas traps as usual. Alright, and how we want to do this part as well is kind of up to you really. Okay, you can put your triangular pieces like such, you know, but usually these pieces tend to get knocked about, so you gotta harvest, you gotta upgrade them. Right, make sure to upgrade them well. Alright, so if you go ahead and put some of these traps over here as well, I would like to typically use the wall pushers to start working on the impact guard and to delay them a little bit more. Yeah, alright. And over here you can put things like wall dynamos, you can put things like wall lights, kind of up to you. I prefer dynamos these days. Alternatively, what you could also do is to turn all of these into dynamos as well. Just dynamo the heck out of this and just get lots and lots of damage. Kind of how you want to do it. Okay, and over here on the floors, alright, I would highly recommend, if you guys would like to put slowing floors, if you want to put traps over here, use the cheap traps that you find from the chest, you know, like the grey or the green traps, because sometimes or oftentimes this particular floor piece tends to get destroyed by the spawn as well, alright? But sometimes it doesn't, so it's give or take. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, alright? So with that being said, okay, let's just go ahead and destroy this as well. So I would place your higher value slowing trap here on this one. If you have like legendary floor spikes, you know, put them over here instead, alright? And then these will usually stay. This one will usually stay, alright? So this is your 2-tile gradient stair heading upwards over here. Just go ahead and clean this up a little bit as well. We're going to be utilizing all of these areas here. Alright, so the stairs come up from here, and this is where the platform is. Okay, so this is what I typically like to do for this part here. Slowing floor spikes right there, okay? And then, once we get that down, alright, I like to put a wall launcher right here. Right, a wall launcher right there. Okay, now after that wall launcher, I personally like to do a little timeout room over here. Timeout room being your dynamos, and dots right here. Okay, get the dots going, gas trap right there. Alright, and this area here is also just going to be gas trapped. Alright, gas trap, gas trap. Now, on this side as well, I personally like to put dynamos side by side like here, alright, on the gradient stair, because as the Hus are coming up here, as they hit this tile right here, the dynamos can smack them right quick over here and get hit by the gas trap as well. This over here is going to be a Whatchamacallit wall pusher, as I mentioned, and over here we're going to have a wall pusher as well, alright. So very quickly you guys can start to see, you know, how this is basically going to be working here. Hus are going to be walking either from the right or towards the left, towards the what do you call that, the base. Alright, and the reason for this, okay, that we're giving them some additional space as well, is that they are going to be given more options for them to move around so that they don't get clogged up. Because as Hus get clogged up, you know, they tend to get angry, and when the Hus get angry, you know, they start to blow themselves up, and that's going to be bad news bears. Alright, we don't like that very much. Okay, so on this side over here, okay, we are basically going to be able to get more floor launcher value, right, if you so choose. Okay, so what you can do over here is go ahead and do additional floor launchers, alright, and over here I like to go ahead and put my wall pushers as well. Alright, wall pusher is right here. Okay, so there you have it, guys. As the Hus are coming through here, alright, they're going to be wall pushed here, and then wall push over here into the timeout room and getting zapped, getting gassed, getting hit by dot traps as well. Alright, and on this side over here, you can go ahead and put your wall light. Alright, you can go ahead and put your wall light over here. You know, you can also go ahead and put your wall dots over here as well. Really kind of up to you how you wish to do it. Right, how you wish to do it. Alright, and as we are coming through here as well, this is basically going to be the mountain hill side here, where they like to come down from. Alright, and how I like to build this area is just go ahead and seal this area off as such. Alright, seal this area off as such, and look and see now. Think over here. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Yeah, so forget what I said about the Hus actually coming through on the left side over here, because generally speaking, the Hus, they like to take the path of least resistance, as I like to say. Yeah, as I like to say. So what we could do also, let me try and think about how I was usually. I typically like to go something like this, and then something like this, and then something like this over here. Yeah, I think this is kind of what I was doing previously. Now, however, I do see the merits also for leaving this part open as well. So maybe we could try something like this instead. Yeah, there's more space for the Hus to be walking around. All right. So yeah, let's go with this instead. Let's go with this instead. Right. This is the nice thing about building, guys. Whenever we are doing these things, you know, sometimes you see something new and then you want to test it out, try it out instead. All right. So let's go ahead and put all these traps over here. Alright, so same deal guys, they're going to be coming down from the stairs over here, they're going to be coming down from the hill over there, they fall down here, you want to hit them with floor spikes as always to start off your build. Now, on this side over here, I would like to put a wall launcher. Alright, this is supposed to be a wall launcher, but that's basically to denote that we're going to be having dynamos over there. Alright, so wall launcher over here, sorry, wall launcher is this one, there we go, wall launcher over here. And now, over here, do we want to put a wall launcher? Not quite, right? Not quite. Why? Because the general majority of the husks that are going to be coming from here. If they get tossed from here, they're going to be tossed here, and if this one launches them back, they're going to be right back here, and we don't really want that. So what I would say is that I would either put a wall light over here, or alternatively, you can go ahead and put a wall dart or some dynamos as well. Right, so what I would say is that for this one, I think I prefer putting a wall light. Alright, specifically because less husk congestion coming from this side here, stunning them over here is usually fine. If there are husks that are stunned on this side over here, the other husk can simply come through on this side, you know, and walk through here nicely without too much of a care in the world. Alright, so yeah, let's take a look and see now. Husk coming from here. Let's see. Wall pusher over here. Then wall dots or wall lights or dynamos. Kind of up to you really, chat. Alright, there we have it. Gas, gas, gas. And yeah. I think this basically forms this entire side here. This basically forms the main build on this side over here. Just trying to remember right now whether or not I made any other amendments to this side. I don't really think so. I think this should be it. Alright. So let's just go ahead and fill up these areas here as well. We want to put all of our floor launchers. So there we go. Floor launcher, floor launcher, floor launcher. Okay, floor launcher, floor launcher, floor launcher. And okay. Let's go ahead and rig up all these areas so we can start to get my bearings. Okay, so as we start to deal, this entire east side is now fully built. Alright, now on this side over here, the southeast, this part down here doesn't usually have any spawns, but sometimes you might get a spawn up here, right? Fret not though, because this side you can actually wall off completely, right? You guys can actually wall this entire area off completely. So not to worry at all, right? This entire side you can just basically reinforce completely with walls. Alright, and there's no way that they are actually going to be coming through. So if they spawn over there, what's going to be happening is that you can actually make it such that they will all walk through very nicely towards either the south spawn, or they will come through on this spawn over here. If they do spawn over there, right, you might want to knock this wall down, okay? And this will basically give them access to come through here. Alright, this is going to be a wall pushers, by the way. Yeah, go ahead and put some wall pushers here also if you need to, if they start spawning from there, which is hardly. Alright, then you just knock down this wall here, and then you're good to go. Alright, but generally you won't see very much action there. So the general idea is that you just want to completely seal off this entire side here. Just wall it off completely, yeah, and none of the things that you need to worry about that side anymore. Okay, so that entire southeast side is done. So let's start working on the part south. This is basically where the barn is. Right, so let's go ahead and take care of the barn really quickly. Now, as we are clearing up the barn, alright, this is something that I usually prefer doing. Okay, and that is to be leaving up these two walls over here. Now, the importance of leaving these two walls up is that generally when you have the storm spawn come in, right, you don't, it doesn't always break these two walls over here, and it gives you an additional, blocking. Yeah, it gives you an additional blocking to actually make use of the pit over there. I will showcase to you I'll basically show this to you guys shortly. Alright, so let's get rid of all this stuff first. Alright, there we go. So the barn is basically now clear. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Now, over here, okay, is what I like to call the two-tile pit of the barn. Alright, so as we can quite clearly see, whenever we have pits, we want to make use of them as much as possible. Yeah, putting a wall pusher over here and sending us in. And the reason why we like to put this wall over here is that, yes, even though Hus usually gets shot 3 tiles, alright, if we are dealing with mini Hus, sometimes they might fly a little bit further and they might end up on the other side. We don't want that. So we just want to make sure that we send all of the Hus very nicely, hitting the wall and dropping right down into the pit and then expiring. Right, you also want to make sure that we seal all this off as well, because sometimes you might have lobbers coming in, and if the lobber gets sent in and there's holes over here, this is open, right, this is open and that's open as well. Alright, sometimes they may start lobbing as well, and that's going to be really, really bad. You don't want that. Alright, so this is kind of how I like to do it. This tile sometimes gets broken as well, and that is also the reason why I personally like to put a slowing floor spike here to start off the build. Right, this tile doesn't get broken till much later. The earlier spawns, this one tends to survive. Okay, so I would highly recommend putting a cheaper flowing floor spikes here, and then putting your more expensive, your more durable floor spike on this spot over here. Alright, so slowing floor spikes, this is a wall pusher, then over here just all gas. Just gonna gas up this entire top side. Let's get the gas going. Let's see, where is it? Up there, and not up there, up here and up here. Alright, so this is basically the start of the south side. Let's go ahead and make use of this side as well. Okay, this side as well, just going to go ahead and put wall pushes on this side. Alright, wall pusher, gas and gas. Standard stuff, guys. Okay, so before we continue, here is a little pro tip for you guys, alright, while building the south side. Okay, and I like to do this using something I like to call as a rule of thumb or markers. I like to credit my teammate Jay Brooks for telling me this very useful tip. Alright, so from the furnace, alright, this is the furnace, okay, you basically demarcate from here little triangular piece, L-shaped pieces, alright, you can go into this little L-shaped pieces to demarcate, and then after 2 tiles over there, alright, we can go ahead and put this fully up. Alright, what do these walls do? Okay, what do these walls do? Let me show you very quickly, or shortly rather. Okay, so extending out, you just place L shape, alright, and then finally L shape over here. Now, this is going to form very nicely with our build, alright, and how is that going to work? I'm going to show you guys right now. Okay, so as we know, husks spawn in from this side over here, right? This is basically the southwest side, right? They spawn in from this entire area right here. Okay, so this being said, alright, this husk, we want to basically funnel them towards this side, alright, or on this side as well. Okay, we want to have them coming in from this side too. Okay, so as they are coming in from here, we can start to build our little L-shaped funnels, right? If we point our husk coming in from this side, that is the burner right there. So as they're coming in from here, this wall pusher, alright? All of our standard stuff right there, wall pusher. And then wall pusher. Over here, wall pusher. Over here, wall pusher, right? And as you guys can see, you know, it comes together very nicely. Build comes together very nicely from here on out. Okay, So from this point on, okay, you guys can see right here, it is all going to be traps down here. Of course, we're going to put a wall pusher right here, a wall pusher here, and a wall pusher over here as well. Gas, 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 all over here. These are all your spawn trapping gas. Alright. So over here, slowing floor spikes, standard stuff. Okay, so as we are continuing over here, as always, you know, you guys can see that we have a little layout going. We can go ahead and start doing things like slowing floor spikes over there. Actually, quick. Okay, there we go. Alternating. Alright, so floor spikes, okay, there we go. So this is basically going to be your gas traps. Yeah, gassing over here. Alright, so as the HUDs are coming in, they get sent out here, sent out over here. This one sends them out, and this one's going to send them out as well. Right, we're going to go ahead and gas this up. Alright, and over here is our little timeout room that we're so familiar with now. Alright. Alright, and you can go ahead and put things like dots here. Alright, our dots value is very strong over here. 3 tiles of dots, and over here we can actually put things like a slowing trap, or you can put the you can also put the flame grill trap here as well. Your preference, how you want to do it. If it's a timeout room, go ahead and put a flame grill trap. Also works fine. Alright, so there you have it. Okay, on this side over here you can put like a wall dynamo. I personally really like a wall dynamo over here because it only hits 1 tile. Alright, and over here you can also put a wall dynamo as well, and more gas. Alright, so moving forwards now. Moving forwards, you can go ahead and see that down here is going to be gas, down here is going to be gas. Alright, and then the HUDs come through here. And let's go ahead and start marking as well where we want our whatchamacallit things, floor launchers, yeah? So 1 tile, 2 tiles, 3 tiles, alright? So all this is basically just going to be floor launchers. Now, because this is a longer site as well, you can go ahead and extend it a little bit more if you so wish. Right, I personally prefer it as well. It makes for a very strong, much stronger build for damage that way as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and fix this all up now. Alright, so yeah, this one over here is going to be the floor pusher. If it's going to be a floor pusher over here, you don't want anything above it. Alright, so that's where we can basically start to do the ceiling stuff right there. Alright, ceiling stuff right here. Okay, demarcated up here. Right, let's go ahead and seal it off. Okay. So there we have it, guys. This is the southwest side starting to take shape. All of this is just very lovely gas traps, slowing floor spikes, you know, flame grills, you know, or wooden or floor launchers, you know, to break the impact guard. All this lovely stuff. Okay, gas over there as well. All right. So this diagonal is basically now done, so they can start working towards our south side build now. Okay, so this part also starts to come together, right? Flame grill or floor pusher, and then slowing floor spikes over here. Okay, so as always, if we're going to go ahead and put a wall launcher, this is all basically timeout funnels, by the way. Alright, all this is basically timeout funnels. Alright, go ahead and put that over there. And over here, what we can also do is, you can see right there, this also forms another quick L shape. What is up with all these obsession with L shapes, you might ask? It basically creates multiple paths for the HUDs to walk through. Right, this is all going to be gas traps. Alright, over here you can go ahead and put your wall dynamos over here, and over here I like to put wall dots. Alright, because of the 3 tile awesome value. Okay, so down here I can put your slowing floor spikes. You can go ahead and put your flame grill trap over there, and then slowing floor spikes, and then it's nice and alternating. Everything makes sense. Alright, so yeah, this wall, so as you can see right here, this one sends them into a pit, this one sends them into here, sends them into a pit as well. Right, this one sends them into this timeout corner over here. If they walk through this side, they get dynamoed, gassed up. If they decide to come through here, they get wall pushed and then they get rotated into this other funnel as well. Remember, this particular build is all about that combination, all about that crisscrossing, interconnecting funnels that give each other value. All right. So as the husks are coming through on the south side over here, okay, this part is where we place a straight wall over here. And this is going to be another money wall launcher. Why? Because this one sends them right back into this area right here, and then all the shenanigans is going to happen once again. Alright, this is going to be your gas over there. Alright, perfect. So when the husks, or if the husks make it through here and they have not been sent away yet, alright, we can quite clearly see that we're going to be putting another wall launcher over here. And what does this do? This basically sends them back over here into this little L shape. And what do you know? What do you know? This is going to be another little timeout funnel with what do you call that? Wall darts over here. Wall darts will also be on this side. This one over here is the wall dynamo on this side. Gas. Alright. And as this one sends them over here, this one is a little mini timeout room. They get hit by everything and then they get moved over here, and then this wall launcher sends them over to this part over here, or over here. It gets sent back over here as well, and all kinds of loveliness will happen once again. Alright, all kinds of loveliness will happen once again. And as you can quite clearly see, we have accidentally walked into one of our own wall launchers, so there's a big whoopsie right there. Alright, I think I need to recollect some of my traps once again, so give me a second. There we go, pick it up. Okay. Alright, cool. So yeah, where was I? Yes, south side. So this is basically done, and not really actually done really, because what we can also do over here is more wall launchers. More wall launchers, guys, because you know, wall launchers are awesome. We love them. We love them very much. They give us lots and lots of value. That's what they do. Yeah. So this was supposed to be another Whatchamacallit wall launcher as well. Right, this is a wall pusher. Stop sending me around. Oh my lord. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. This one can be closed off. Right, and this entire area here is just going to be closed off as well. Let's wall it off completely. Okay, so this area here we want to make sure there's some ample space to walking around. Technically you can put this up as well if you so chose. You know what? You can also do something like this. This is kind of personal preference. If you need more wall launchers, you can feel free to do so. Alright, but if you feel like you don't need to, that's also fine. That's also fine. Right, this part over here as well. Okay, really depends on whether or not you need or want the additional line of sight. Because sometimes if you build too much of those walls, right, you can start to really hinder your wall of your line of sight issues. You can start to really get some massive line of sight issues. So you don't really necessarily want that going for you. Yeah. Okay. So there's the boundaries right there, and yeah, wall dots over here. Wall dots. Where's my wall dots? There we go. Wall dots over here. Wall dots over here. This one is obviously going to be a wall pusher. Oh wait, no, this is not going to be a wall pusher. Sorry. Which way are the husks actually going to go? It could technically go from both sides, isn't it? Yeah, it could technically go from both sides. It's really up to them. Really up to them. So yeah. Yeah, maybe let's just go with wall dots on this side, because if we have a wall pusher on this side as well, it doesn't make any sense, because we're going to be sending them here and they're going to be sending them back, so it makes no sense. So yeah, if they're really going to be going in this direction, why not just push them all continue this way? Makes more sense that way. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, wall dots over here as well. As far as possible, if you have the ability to, like, Let's see, it's my floor. Here you go. Okay, all those have floor launchers. Wait, this is not the right one. I think this one? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, as far as possible, if you guys have the ability to, you can just go ahead and rig up all these sites with wall darts as well. It just adds for some additional damage. It adds some additional damage for the Hus that are walking onto these tiles over here launched up as well. Alright, so with this, I think this is the south side more or less done. This is just a timeout room over here. Yeah, timeout room over here, and then wall darts over here. Gas trap over here, gas. There we go. Alright, cool. And then Dynamos over here. So yeah, basically this is south side fully done. Like this is just tons and tons and tons and tons of CC already. So yeah, this over here is actually fine to put up, honestly. Let me actually put this up. You're not going to be using too much by this up over here. Setting it over here to this side. 1, 2, and yeah, this is honestly fine. Honestly fine. Yeah. So you can bring up as well. Really, really many different ways to do this, guys. Many different ways to do this. So yeah. In fact, let me hold on 1 second. Yeah. Let me see if I can make this more sensible. I think this is actually better. So pardon the indecisiveness, guys, because sometimes, you know, when we see things and it turns out to be a better option, you know, I like to amend it to make it even better. I like to amend it even better. This one over here, I want this to be dart traps. I want this to be dart traps. And over here, which is kind of more likely, right? Because as they are walking through here, they're wanting to come through towards the base right there. So this one over here should be a wall launcher as well. So there we go. Alright, this makes much more sense. Much more sense. And then it also leaves at a 2-tile clearance area as well for line of sighting issues. Yeah. So let's not use this one. Not use this one either. Yeah, we can bring this one up over here. I think I like this a lot more because if in the event they come through on this side as well, right, and these ones are going to come through on this side, by the way, because this one is going to be a wall pusher over here, wall pusher over here. Yeah, I like this so much better. I like this so much better. And then this is going to be dart traps over here. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. So yeah, this is looking a lot better. I like it. So yeah. So south side done. Southwest side done. All right. So we have to start working our way towards the whatchamacallit, this other side, the west side, and then the build will be completed. Yeah. So whoa, oh my. All right. So as we start working towards this other west, southwest. No, this is the west side, right? North. This is the northwest. Yeah. I like to start from this point over here. All this is just going to be wall in floor pusher. Sorry. Floor pusher, floor pusher, floor pusher, and this is kind of usually where we like to put the base, right? Generally speaking, at the start of the game, we like to put our base here. However, as time goes by, right, I personally like to shift my base, alright, somewhere else. Alright, where exactly do I like to put my base? I like to put my base right here, okay, on this spot. And you might be asking or wondering, Allura, why? Why do you put your base here instead of there? Okay, and the reason for this is quite simple indeed. Because for me, the weaker spawns tend to be these short spawns. I like to call them short spawns because east side and hard north and hard east tend to be a little bit shorter. Alright, there's less space for us to be actually building, you know, trap funnels and stuff like that. Alright, so this tends to become a problem. Right, and therefore I like to make sure that my base is constantly buffing these two spawns. Alright, so I will place my base right here. Alright, And then I'll just go ahead and reinforce this entire side here, boxing it in nice and clean. Alright, and there we go. There's base over here, and it just buffs everything on this side over here, buffs everything on this side over here. All of this all gets buffed very nicely. I personally use the power base for the additional base reach, so that we can actually get that reload on everything much better. So yeah, what else was I doing right now? Wall darts over here, wall pusher over here. Oh yes, we were supposed to go ahead and work on the this side over here. Alright, so generally also what I would like to say is that this side tends to be the block off. This is a ramp, yeah? I like to call this the hill. Alright, this is the hill block off. So what you usually want to do is to go ahead and block this off fully. Alright, you're gonna block this entire thing fully. Okay, I like to also utilize these additional floor pieces, you know, to make sure that we get some maximum protection. Alright, from this side over here. Okay, there you go. Go ahead and seal this off entirely. Alright. So with this, we know that this entire side over here is just completely sealed off. Completely sealed off with some additional protections. Alright, so that the Hus have little to no chance of ever wanting to even consider coming through here, like at all. Alright, so yeah, this one over here we can actually go ahead and this up as such as well. It doesn't really matter. I personally like to have this little what do you call that, two ways you can actually run. So this is kind of like the very quick you know, run up to the second floor area if you really need to escape in the early part of the game. Right, let's go ahead and seal all this up over here, flatten this all. Alright, and then this part over here really I will leave till later. This is when we're going to be explaining the lobber shield stuff. Yeah. Okay, so let me also go ahead and check over here. What do we import? Yeah. Oh dear. So make sure that that wall over there, that's the wall over there that we want to. Let's make sure it's read a additional tile over there. Yeah. Okay. So honestly, on this side over here, like you could just go ahead and do this. Just fully reinforce the walls over here. Kind of just making sure that they have absolute no chance of ever coming through this side over here and coming through the funnels very nicely on this side here was the base. Yeah. Alternatively, I think we can also do like this, you know, leave that up instead. Alright, leave a little wall up over here. And you can go ahead and do something like this as well. But honestly speaking, I think this is probably the safest. This is probably the safest. Alright. So yeah, where were we? Ah yes, we were right here. So northwest then, northwest. Okay. So over here, alright, as we are building our way out from the tunnel over there, we usually begin by doing the wall off over here, yeah? We're talking about that wall off of that little ramp ridge over here. So we go ahead and seal this entire part off. This one over here is a little fence that leads through to the side. Alright, and over here is what I like to call a, this is a little gradient stair. This is a 2-tile gradient stair that starts from this side over here. What I like to do is to go ahead and seal this off. Alright, you can go ahead and seal this off over here. Okay. And then on this side, alright, what you can then do is to go ahead and do these lovely things right here. Okay. You do that 2-tile seal off, 1, 2, over here you put dart traps. Alright, dart traps over here. Okay, and then over here I would put dynamos. Alright, and make sure you put windows on these. Make sure to put windows on these so that the dart traps can actually fly through. Yeah, I will put it as a single square window here so that the dart traps can actually seeing all the 6 darts falling right through here, but you're actually putting wall dynamos on this side over here. Wall dynamos on this side as well. Yeah, this dynamo the heck out of these. Okay, and over here flame grill, flame grill, flame grill. These are all basically little timeout rooms, right? Little timeout rooms. Okay, and obviously on this side, okay, just want to make sure that we don't have any kind of land bridges being created. So over here just gas trap. All right. Over here we want our slowing floor spikes. Okay. So as you guys can see right now, okay, all of this basically right here is just going to be your standard little 2x1 timeout rooms. Alright, you're gonna be putting all the timeout rooms over here. All of these are basically going to be wall pushers. Yeah, you want a wall push, wall push, wall push over here, and up here is just going to be gas, 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 gas. Alright, so with that being said, over here was your flame grills. Yes, yes, yes. Over here you can actually put like a slowing floor spikes. You know, just want to make sure to alternate as well, make it nice and that way. Right, so as I was saying as well, let me go ahead and hit upstairs over here. So over here, okay, you can actually build a little 2x1 funnel. Yeah, you can actually build a 2x1 funnel over here as such. Okay, gas over here. So yeah, nope, sorry, this is supposed to be a wall pusher, because when dealing with Hus on this side over here, the spawns also come in from here, they come in from here, they come in from here, and you kind of want them to go through on this side over here. Yeah, kind of want them to go through on this side over here, either down from here or through here as well. Either one of these works. Either one of these actually works, right? So yeah. This one over here, you don't want to, what I would like to call, create a land bridge. Alright, don't want to create a land bridge over here, so you can leave this open. Alright. I've never really experimented with this, but I think some people actually do connect these, but they actually create what you call additional layers here to prevent the Hus from you know, coming through. I don't like taking that risk because sometimes the walls get broken. And if the walls get broken, they start coming through, then tons and tons of problems start to happen, and I really don't like that. So I would usually much prefer to have these all sealed off. You can go ahead and put things like dart traps over here, you know, kind of how you want to do it really. Yeah, kind of really how you want to get there. Then your dart traps, you can put dynamos, you know, whatever you want. Gas trap over here, gas trap over here, gas trap over here. This one over here, I like to have slowing floor spikes, you know, all this kind of lovely stuff. Standard 2x1 stuff, guys. Standard, standard, standard. Okay. So as I was saying, over there we have dart traps. It hits 1, 2, 3 tiles over here. Dart traps over here as well. 1, 2, 3 tiles as well. All right. This one over here, we can have the Hus falling down through here, and then they can come through here also fine. Right, dynamo, dynamo over here, slowing floor spikes. Dynamo, dynamo, dynamo. Flame grill trap over here. Right, so yeah, onto this side as well. Okay, this is basically the entrance coming through here. They come down, they fall around here. We go ahead and put a wall pusher right here. All right, wall pusher over here, very important. This is one of the key ones, sending them right back in. Right, slowing floor spikes over here. Okay, wall pusher over here. All right, now as we are thinking already, we need to be counting how many tiles are we going to be utilizing. All right, so let's just go ahead and put all of the jump pad stuff over here as well. Okay, floor launchers rather. Okay, floor launcher, floor launcher, floor launcher. All right, technically we could floor launcher over here. We could gas it up as well. This one over here is This one over here is going to be potentially, you could actually really go floor launchers here. So you know what? Actually, let's just go floor launchers here as well. Why not? Why not? Okay. So yeah, floor launcher, floor launcher, floor launcher.
Hello?
All right. So pardon that, guys. Pardon that. I think we had somebody hopping into the game. I forgot to make this private, by the way. All right. So where were we? Where were we? Okay. So floor launcher stuff over here. We can go ahead and seal this all this stuff up here as well. Seal this up here. Okay. So where were we? Yes. So as we are using points of reference over here, you come over here. All right. We want to make sure that this over here is a triple reinforced wall. Alright, I like to use this particular wall as reference point. Okay, from this point on, 1, 2, and then 3. Alright, and then we go ahead and seal this entire area off right here. Right, completely sealed off, 100% sealed off. Okay, seal, seal, seal. Okay, and then this side over here, we can go ahead and start to build more of our funnel stuff. Alright, so there is a spawn coming in from this side as well. They tend to go through here. Alright, so what you can also do is to just go ahead and place a gas trap right here as well. Yeah, just go ahead and gas this up over here. I like to put a a wall launcher on this side, and you can put like dynamos on this side as well. Alright, and as they come out through here, you want to make sure they don't create any so-called land bridges, so you don't really want to connect them over there. Alright, go ahead and seal all these areas up as well. Alright, this one over here doesn't really create a land bridge because this part over here doesn't really connect, so you can actually put a gas trap over here, that's fine. And over here needs to be left open. Yeah, this part needs to be left open. Alright, and on this side over here, this is our final gas trap right here. So yeah, over here we want our wall pusher. So as you can see very nicely, all these wall pusher stuff is starting to come together once again. Slowing floor spikes, flame grill, slowing floor spikes, flame grill, and all floor pushers as well. Floor pushers will just delay them, send them up into the sky. If you're doing your bowl build, even better, it gets sent off onto the cliff as well. Sent off, sent off, sent off everywhere very nicely. Alright, even down here you can actually leave this open and you can send them off as well. Doesn't really matter how you want to do it, up to you. Alright, so wall dots over here. Alright, wall dots over here as well. Alright, and then this part is pretty much done. This part is pretty much done. We can also go ahead and place another wall dots over here as well to shoot at us up there. I think I forgot to put some wall dots on this side as well. There we have it. Okay. You can also put the dynamos there as well. Kind of really, like I said, really is up to you. Wall darts, wall dynamos, wall lights. Those are the interchangeable traps that you can put on these places. Yeah? Alright. So over here we have another, wall pusher right here. And then over here, we really want to put some dart traps. Yeah? Dart traps for the 3 tile value. As always, we always like our value plays here, guys. We love our value plays here. Okay, so over here, once again, okay, we're gonna get some sick value plays. Let me show you guys how we're gonna be getting it. Okay, so remember what I was saying over here, yeah? This was our so-called 3 tile block off. The 3 tile block off ends off right here. Alright, and this is where we have another funnel going on. Alright, we have another funnel going on right here. Alright, this is connecting to the barn side build that we were working on earlier. Okay, so as we can see right here, we can start off with our gas traps. Gas traps, this one over here we can actually seal off right here. Alright, and there we have it. We already have our timeout funnels ready to go. Okay, so right here we are going to be putting our slowing floor spikes as usual. Yeah, let's take a look and see what do we have here. Okay. Alright, I think this works. Okay, so let's get started. Gas over here, and as usual we're going to be putting our wall launchers over here. Alright, and this basically has them coming through here. They get launched over here, they get launched back out once again. Over here, honestly speaking, let's take a look and see how we can do this. Technically speaking, we don't actually have to keep this wall over here. We can also just go ahead and put the wall launcher over here. This tends to be a much safer, so-called safer build. In fact, I prefer this. This is probably better because if the huts are sent over here, they come through here. Yeah, they want to either go back from there or they start coming through here. These wall launchers are also going to be getting some immense value, sending them right back out of the build once again. Right, so all these are just going to be gas. You want to make sure they don't create any land bridges there, of course. So if we can, we can gas it. If not, we can't. Then that's fine. Just go ahead and gas up the sides over here as well, if you have the resources for it, of course. All right. So that over here, sowing floor spikes, and then back to the main build right here. Okay. So wall pusher over here as always. Okay. Alright. So this entire area here, guys, as you can see, yeah, this entire area over here, let's take a look and see. Wait 1 second. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, technically speaking, if we wanted to be a bit what do you call that? If you want the build to be completely, let's just do that. Actually, let's make this a thing, chat. Let's make this a thing. Yeah? Let's make it nice and even. I don't want to have any weird ridges here and there. Let me edit that part real quick. We'll go from there. There we go. Okay, cool. So basically, all of this right here is all going to be floor launchers then. Floor launcher. Alright, there we go. We're in business, guys. We're in business now. That entire side down there is just gonna be floor launchers galore. Right, so they're gonna be sent up there. Okay, so as we were saying, over here we're working on this side, weren't we? So over here just going to be your gas traps, yeah? Gas traps coming through here, go through here, go through here. This one over here can be wall dynamos, yeah? Wall dynamos over there, and because this side over here is not part of our jumpy part, let's go ahead and gas all these areas up. Yeah, over here we can put our wall dots as usual. Over here we want some wall dynamos. Yeah, wall dynamos over here. Flame grill trap, slowing spikes over here. Perfect. Alright, and over here we have our wall pusher. Yeah, starting to look familiar? Because it is. This is kind of the layout that we enjoy using. We want to make sure that we keep getting tons and tons of 3-tile wall push values non-stop 3-tile wall push values. They come through here, go through here, get booped here, and then as they start coming towards this part over here, they can start getting booped here as well. There's tons and tons and tons of CC dart traps damage everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. And then this part over here, we can technically just leave it open for some of the Whatchamacallit visibility purposes, yeah? Or even better, you know what? Let me take a look and see. This tile over here isn't really serving too much purpose, honestly. Isn't really serving too much purpose. So what would I like to do actually? Right here, something like this. I think this is actually great because 1, 2, 3. Remember our concept of interconnecting funnels. Let me go ahead and break this. We don't need this over here actually. So yeah, just using points of reference right here, honestly. Or even better, how about we just okay. So if we need to, we can have can always go up there. Right. So where was I, chat? Yes, here. So as the huts are coming in from this side over here, yeah. They get booped over here. Obviously, we want to put some dart traps over here as well, or some dynamos, kind of whatever you want. Right, come here. This one, okay, as they are heading straight towards the objective here, you are sending them off towards this side and then connecting it over to the funnel. This is the running theme of all of our traps right now. you just have all of them going back in and out of each of these funnels. Once again, always sending them back in and out towards another funnel. So yeah, I think this looks pretty, it kind of looks like how I wanted it to look. So I think we are pretty happy with that. Whoops, did not punch that. Okay. So yeah. I think this is pretty much it, guys. This is pretty much it. This is basically the how to build, I guess, the how to build for the swallowing that part off. The how to build for the Frostnite P128 challenge. If you guys are ever interested, I have used basically many different iterations, many different versions of this particular build as well over time. So this build might change as well. I'm not saying, I mean, like, honestly speaking, there is no so-called perfect build. This is what I have been working on right now, so we can use this as a starting point, so to speak. Yeah. Wait, this part over here is the part that doesn't ever come true, isn't it? Maybe we can save on the wall over there. So typically what you can also do is to have like these little escape areas, you know, that allows you to travel to the next what do you call that, floor, you know, as you are going around the base, because you also want to have multiple escape points for you to access, you know, the base as well. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, was I building this correctly? Am I building this correctly? Oh snap! 1 second, guys. I think we might have sealed that part off a bit too quickly. Yes. All right. 1 second. 1 second. This area right here. There we go. Okay. Alright, so yeah. My mistake, guys, my mistake. So yeah, I think this is the part over here that we kind of want to extend one more tile up. One more tile up. There we go. Okay. Alright. So yeah, just wanted to polish it up real quick as well, because you don't want to be making any sort of mistakes, you know, with all these ridges and stuff. The husk, sometimes when they're getting flung, they can get stuck on the stairs if you're making the lobber fields, and you don't want that to happen. It usually ends in disaster, so you don't want that. So let me go ahead and seal all this off here. There we go. Okay. Alright, down here can be your so-called safe zone, and having your stairs and stuff like that coming out for the lobber stuff. Okay, so yeah, where were we? Oh yeah, the build, right. So yeah, it's quite straightforward stuff here, just making sure that we have all of the nice walls leading upwards from here. You don't want the floor launches to get interrupted with the husks, and that's basically it, guys. That's basically it. Yeah, and with that, I think we are almost done. Almost done. Yeah, we're almost done. Give me a second. So now we can start to work on things like the lobber shield. Yeah, I don't really have that much experience with the lobber shield. Excuse me. But so you guys can see over there, that's where the spawn is. There's a hill over there. So generally what I like to do is just go ahead and do something like this. Alright, just go ahead and wall off this entire side over here as such. Okay. Just making sure to cap off to cap off the hillside nice and well. Right. So how you decide to build your bowl really is kind of up to you, as I like to say. But yeah, as long as it works and it does its job, you know, it's really up to you. So yeah, you can just extend this all out, you know, and then there's a lobber field, the whole thing right here. You notice lobber field, build, and just cover all the spawns. Really, just extend this all the way out. I don't really want to spend an entire, I don't really want to spend this entire time, you know, building this across the entire site. But that's basically it. You guys see all these points of reference for all this, all these pieces over there. Just basically extend it all the way out. You know, use all these stairs right here. Extend it out, extend it out, extend it out. You know, extend, and then yeah, you are pretty much good to go. In this wall here, wall here, and over here is a little bit tricksy actually. Let me go ahead and address this part real quick. So there's some parts of the bowl as well that might be an issue. Like say for example over here, you don't want to create things like land bridges. So you just want to make sure that you edit this part nicely as well. Make sure that you cover up the spawns without forming any kind of connections, and then you're pretty much good to go. So yeah, I think we're done. Here, guys. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you guys have any questions for me whatsoever, please feel free to go ahead and send me a message. Leave a comment in the comment section, or come by the Twitch channel during our live streams, and I will be glad to answer any of the questions that you might have. So yeah, with that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.